I'm sure a lot of you have heard a song called by Hall & Oates called "You Make My Dreams Come True."
I love it. I love that picture.
Danny, this was actually in the recent movie 500 Days of Summer.
Yes.
That is Danny Swank's favorite movie ever.
It is.
Now, what he doesn't know is that a song in there, "You Make My Dreams Come True," was actually written about Danny. And Hall & Oates are big fans of Danny Swank. But since not everyone is fortunate enough to have viewed this Swank presentation, not a lot of people around the world know who Danny Swank is. So they didn't want to risk bombing their single. So they made a subliminal message about Danny Swank in their song. So I'm going to show you how to find it. I'll show you how to do it in iTunes. If you hit View and then Show Equalizer, you come up with these bars here. If you turn up the top 2 levels, you'll hear the subliminal message in there. So I'm not going to play the whole song, but I'm just going to play a little part of the song with these altered settings. So listen up. Just wait for it. How do you know they're referring to Danny Swank? Well, we know they could be referring to his mother. Well, if you listen on to the second verse, you'll hear that the song is clearly referring to Danny Swank. So now I'm going to play the part after the second verse with these settings. So listen up.
Oh my god.
Now we know what Hall & Oates think of Danny Swank, but what do his peers think about him? Well, I have asked all of his friends to provide statements about Danny Swank, and I pulled the best ones. So the first one comes from Dale and Tozer right here.
God.
And he says, Danny Swank is a good friend of mine. Sometimes he talks a lot, and I want to tell him to stop. But then I get tired and do something more worthwhile.
Love you too, buddy.
Second is from Teenage Heartthrob Andrew Yuskoviak. He writes, Dan Swank? Who's Dan Swank? Oh, that kid. He bought me iced tea once. Now here's a longer one, but very informative. Aaron Brooks writes, words that describe Danny Swank. Flirty, jerk, just kidding, he's not a jerk. Jovial, show off, though I ask, what does Danny have to show off? Yet again, kidding. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle obsessive disorder. Okay. Cheater on Lent, screw you, peace tea. And I didn't have time to include that story in here, but if you come to the uncut Swank presentation after school at 2:25 in this room, I'll explain that story. Best friend, amazing listener, also because of his big ears, just in his shirt. So, and overall, amazing person. Now here's my personal favorite, right here. Nick Margels writes, Danny Swank. He's like sugar, super addicting, but really bad for my teeth. So I've emailed all his teachers as well. Asked them to provide statements, and 2 of them were kind enough to reply. This Rothschild writes, Danny Swank sure leaves a lasting impression on everyone he meets. I don't think a week goes by that I'm not nagging Danny about something he's done or hasn't done in TV class. Seriously though, he's fun to be around, and he energizes every room he enters.
Oh.
Now here's my favorite of all the quotes. This is from none other than Miss Simos. And she writes, Danny Swank is swankerific. I mean really, he is caring, sensitive, and a great friend to many. Likewise, he is best buds with the big guy, and he wants to dedicate his life to him as a pastor. These plans have actually changed. I'll get to that in the next slide. But the icing on the cake is that he is a part of the cool drama crowd. It's going to be difficult for Danny to surpass the accomplishments he has achieved, but I'm sure he will do well if he would just read A Tale of Two Cities. Keep in mind that this presentation was made like a month ago.
Yeah.
So now we're almost done with the presentation, but I thought I'd give a slide to Danny Swank's future. So his immediate future today, he's going to go home and think about how much he hates me for giving this presentation. Then he's gonna, because he doesn't know what's in this. Like, he just gave me free reign to say whatever. Then he's gonna see the video of this pop up on Facebook and regret the day he gave me permission to do this. And then he is going to attend DePaul University and study to be an actor. So now the presentation almost done, but I thought I'd conclude with some live music. This is a song from Swank the Musical.
That's an old picture. Yeah, that was back when I shaved the
If
sides
you're
of
not
my
familiar
head.
with Swank the Musical, it's a musical about a boy named Danny Swank, and basically just about being a teenager, and much of it is based on truth. And I'm not going to give away the whole plot in case you decide to go see Swank the Musical, but at this point in the story, Danny Swank meets this girl, and he really likes her, and she really likes him too. She thinks he's perfect in every way, except for one. There's one thing this girl wants Danny to change about himself. So he's kind of conflicted, you know, do I get the girl or do I be myself, whatever. And then he makes up his mind, and he sings this song. This song is called Ain't Gonna Lose the Wank. So, guys, I'm gonna play Danny Swank. Just so you're aware. She took me for a whirl, said I was number 2 in her rank. Wish I was number 1, then I could have some fun. She told me I just had to lose the weight. She said go eat some food, I wasn't in the mood. She said she wants more muscle on her swank. I like the way I am, she doesn't give a damn. I told her I ain't gonna lose the weight. So don't break my heart, my leg is swinging hard. I still think you understand. So try and break my heart, my leg is swinging hard. I really don't feel so. You want to sing us?
Oh, dear God.
There we go. That she can't be with someone full of blame. Well, that's the end of us. I isn't gonna fuss. She ain't as good as me. I'm Danny Swank. So don't break my heart. My leg is swinging up. I just don't think you understand. So try and break my heart. My leg is swinging up. I really don't think that is your plan. Don't break my heart. My leg is swinging hard. I just don't think you understand. So try and break my heart. My leg is swinging hard. I really don't think that is a good plan. Listen, everybody, I had to cut this presentation down to fit into this half period, but if you want to see the full-length swing presentation, come after school, right here, where I will be giving the uncut swing presentation.